Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the program. Today's episode is brought to you by Danish Television, which apparently, if you're in a band and you perform on a Danish TV show, well, you're set. You're just going to kill it. Now, of course, this intro would make a lot more sense if you saw my Zeppelin video. Right now, I'm still waiting on approval to show that video, but once that happens, you can kind of connect the two and, well, it'll all make a lot more sense. But until then, trust me that whether it's rock or the blues, Danish TV, they got you hooked up. So anyway, courtesy of Danish Television and a website whose link I'll put in the description below, it's Johnny Winter. And from 1970, and the song is Be Careful with a Fool, which, let's be honest, is always pretty good advice, right? Oh, yeah. We're going to do this.
Lord, be careful with the fool. Someday make it smart. Be careful with the fool. Someday, make us smart. Treat you so cold and silly, Lord, it will hurt you to your heart. Can't you remember? Lord, what a fool I used to be. Can't you remember how foolish I used to be? Well, I used to love you, woman. How bad you treated me. You know I used to cry about you, woman. And walk the streets late at night. Lord, I used to cry. Then I walk the streets late at night. If you love me a little bit, woman, why in the world don't you treat me right? for my sin now.
Ooh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 1970, I believe it's Johnny Winter and the song Be Careful with a Fool. I didn't know that in the course of the song it was Johnny Winter who was going to be the fool, but as the songs go. So first of all, congratulations to the people of Denmark for just having such quality television on their channels locally. I think they do need a little bit of tutoring when it comes to developing the blues face. They still seems a little too pallid, just a little too, don't worry, we'll teach them. Anyway, John Dawson Winter III was born February 23rd in Beaumont, Texas. And yes, of course, he is the younger brother of Edgar Winter. And if you don't remember the name, of course, you remember his instrumental hit, Frankenstein, which would be a cool thing to feature on the channel as well, wouldn't it? Now, Johnny's father, Leland, he was a musician himself, a saxophone player, a singer, and a guitar player, originally from Mississippi. And Johnny's first taste of stardom came at the age of 10, when he and Edgar performed on a local children's television show. Johnny was playing an ukulele at the time. His recording career had to wait another 5 whole years when his band Johnny and the Jammers released a song called School Day Blues on a Houston record label. That would have made him 15 years old at the time. Now, his, blues development started right around that same time when he was able to see a lot of his heroes in concert. Muddy Waters, B.B. King, Bobby Bland, artists that we featured already on his channel. But his real big break came in 1968 when Mike Bloomfield invited Johnny Winter to join him and Al Cooper in a concert at the Fillmore East in New York. Apparently it went very, very well. Soon after, Columbia Records signed Johnny Winters to his first major record deal. Now, it has been said that this was the largest advance in record history at the time. I've seen figures as high as $600,000. But to do some more investigation, true or not, either way, he came out swinging, right? What's really kind of cool as well is on his debut album, Edgar Winter, his brother again, played saxophone and keyboards on a couple tracks, but also, adding session work was Willie Dixon on upright bass and Big Walter Horton on harmonica. And if you ask me if you're looking for quality session musicians, Willie Dixon and Big Walter, it's about as good as you're going to get. So about 1970 or so, Johnny Winters formed a little bit of a different band. It was called Johnny Winters and that include Rick Derringer, who you may remember from the song Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. That band took on a more of a blues rock approach, which led to just great success for the members. But really, no matter what kind of dressing he put on the music, the blues was always first in Johnny Winter's hearts. In fact, in the 1970s, as successful as he was as a musician, he was equally as successful as a producer. In fact, he produced 3 Grammy-winning LPs for Muddy Waters and actually won a Grammy himself for his album Nothing But the Blues. And really, as his career advanced, as he went on, the blues really remained his main focus. He gathered more Grammy nominations and started playing with more and more musicians. In fact, if you're looking for an LP that has as many big-time players as you can think about, you might want to check out his 2014 release, Step Back, which was his final studio LP. That one features Joe Bonamassa, Eric Clapton, Billy Gibbons, Leslie West, Brian Setzer, Dr. John, and Joe Perry. So again, if you're looking for an album to just Top Rate Players by the Dozens. Might want to go give that a listen. So that album actually won a Grammy for Best Blues Album in, well, I guess might have been 2015. Unfortunately, Johnny Winter would pass away 2 months before that album was actually released. Now, writing for Rolling Stones after his death, I guess kind of in an obituary, David Marchese wrote, says Johnny Winter was one of the first blues rock guitar virtuosos, releasing a string of popular and fiery albums in the late 60s and early 70s, becoming an arena-level concert draw in the process. He went on to say he made an iconic life for himself by playing the blues, and I think that's just 100% correct. Hope you dug that one. If you did, like, subscribe, post a comment. That's it. See you soon, my friends. And again, if I actually can ever post that Zeppelin video, I'll go ahead, I'll do it and let you know. Take care, my friends.